welcome back to my channel. So today's video is on the look I'm currently wearing, and it's a really smoky full glam look using an absolutely gorgeous Inglot pigment, and I'm absolutely in love with how this turned out. I know it's not very everyday wearable, but it was so much fun to create, and a lot of the products I used were really affordable. So if you want to know how I got this look, then just keep watching. So as you can see, I've already gone ahead and done this eye, so I will show you how I did it on this eye. So I've already gone ahead and prepped my eyes using the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creme de Nude. So I applied that all over my lid right up to the brow bone. And I went ahead and I set it using my Coty Airspun powder in the shade Honey Beige, just to make it less tacky, and it makes everything apply so much more easily. Then I'm going into my Morphe 35O palette, and I'm taking this shade as my first transition colour. And I'm taking that up above the crease and quite high because we really want this look to be really blown out, smoky and intense. One thing I have to say while I was doing this look is you definitely need to do your eyes first before you do your base, because the fallout is crazy. You'll see what I'm talking about in a bit. Then I'm mixing this medium brown shade and this mustard shade together, and I'm popping that in the crease and slightly above. And then I'm just taking this shade by itself, just intensifying that crease. And then just taking any excess and putting that just on the outer corner of the lid. So to intensify the crease a little bit more, I'm just going to take this shade. And again, just taking any excess and putting it on the outer corner. And of course you want to make sure everything is seamlessly blended, so I'm going to take our original transition brush and just blend all those shades together. This hasn't got any excess product on. There we go, so that is the transition and crease completed. Then I'm going to take my Collection Lasting Perfection and just dot that on the front of the lid. And taking my Luxie 211 concealer brush, I'm just going to sweep that right from the corner of your eye all the way up to your crease, and just before we meet the shades that we've put in our outer corner. This just gives you a really clean canvas to put your pigment on, and it also, because it's quite sticky, it acts as like an additional adhesive. And then I'm going to take the brush we used for the crease and then just buff it in with no additional product on, just to make that line a little less harsh. So there we go, that is how your eye should look before you've put your pigment on. So then for the lid, I'm taking the Inglot. This is the Pure Pigment Eyeshadow in 86. I just think this is the most beautiful shade. It's this pink gold pigment with this iridescence, and it's so stunning. So to apply the pigment, I'm taking this brush which I bought at the Professional Beauty Convention, and I believe it was from the company Crown, but I'm not sure. I will try find a similar brush and link it down below. And I'm just going to spritz it with my Moisture Surge by Clinique. Then I'm going to pour some of the pigment into the lid and then just dip my brush into it. So stunning. And then I'm literally just going to start patting it onto the lid, and just small sweeping motions as well. This is where you'll start to see a lot of the fallout. I'm just going to go and spritz some more of the Moisture Surge on my brush. Nailed that first time. So once you've put that first layer down, I just pat the second layer on top because I really like that foiled look. There we go, you can really see the fallout now. Looking a little bit crazy. So that would have completely ruined my base, which is why I didn't do it first. So of course you can leave it there, you don't have to add the black, but I just wanted it to be a little more smokier and fuller glam. So I'm going to take my Freedom eyeshadow, and this is the Eyeshadow Matte 03, and it's just like a perfect black. I'm just going to pack that on the outer corner. So I'm normally quite messy at this point. This is really just for making sure you've got the intensity and the darkness that you want, and then obviously you blend it all out so it doesn't look so crazy. Then I'm going to go back in with our crease brush and just blend that into our crease. This hasn't got any additional product on either. So I'm going back in with a bit more of the black, because obviously when you're blending you do tend to knock off some of the shadow, and I really want that intensity to still stay there. So there we go, just really blending that into the crease, making it all seamless. Then once I'm happy it's blended into the crease, I'm taking our original transition brush and just blending that all together, again with no additional product on. I've finished with the crease, and I'm just going to focus on the lid and just going up and down with no additional product, just intensifying that black. Now as you can see, a lot of the pigment we applied on the lid nearer the crease is coming off a lot because of all the blending. Spritzing. So you'll probably have to do this a few times just to really build up the intensity that you want it. I mean, if you're happy with it not looking so intense, then it's fine. But I want it to be really bold, really intense, and all the focus to be on the lid. I just keep switching between these two brushes until I'm happy with how it's blended. Then I'm taking a brush with nothing on it and just really lightly blending those two shades together. Right, so that is the eye look complete. So I'm just going to take a wipe and just wipe away all the fallout. So of course at this point you can do a wing. You can either go ahead with wing liner or just literally take your makeup wipe and push it towards the corner of your brow, because that'll create a really pretty wing. But I prefer my eyes to be more rounded. Then for lashes, I'm taking the Primark Dramatic Lashes. So a little word of warning, I absolutely love these lashes. I think they're incredible. For £1, they're unbelievable. But I have literally just pulled too hard when taking them out of their little packet and ripped out the centre section. As you might be able to see, I've had to glue it on separately, so that just be a little more gentle. You might do a Sammy and you might literally rip out the centre section. For my eyebrows, I'm going to first use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Ash Brown through the front. Then for the rest of my brow, I'm going to use this shade here, and that's from my Morphe 350. Then to set my brows in place, I'm going to use my Pixie Brow Tamer. Then I'm just going to take my False Lash Sculpt Mascara by L'Oreal and just coat my lashes with that, just so my eyelashes and my false lashes are really interlinked. So before we finish off the eyes, we're going to move on to the skin. So first off, I'm going to prime my skin using the Nivea Men's Post Shave Bar. Obviously the only thing with using like sparkly pigments is that the sparkles do tend to get all over your skin. Then for foundation, I'm going to do something I haven't done before, and I'm going to take my L'Oreal True Match foundation. As always, it's my holy grail. And I'm going to mix it with my Cover FX Custom Enhancing Drops in Celestial. So I'm just going to take a pump of my foundation, shake this up. Ooh. Just take a little pump of the Custom Enhancing Drops. You know what, I'm going to take a little bit more actually. Oh, that's quite a lot more. I just want to see if this makes the foundation even dewier. Yeah, so far it hasn't like disrupted the foundation, which is really good. Because sometimes like adding things to foundation can really like ruin its consistency and the way it applies. But this is still really pretty. So I'm just avoiding the eye area because I want to be a little bit more precise. So I'm going to do that with concealer. Then for concealer, I'm taking my Collection Lasting Perfection. I look so pale right now and a little bit crazy. But don't worry, it'll all turn out good, she says, and she hopes. Then I'm just going to take the smaller point of the Beauty Blender. So I'm going to be a little bit more slow and careful, which isn't something Sammy's very good at, but we're going to try it, just because I don't want to ruin any of my eyebrows or my eye makeup that I've spent all that time doing. I'm just going to take my concealer brush, just so we're extra careful around the eyes. Just going to take a little bit more concealer on the inner corners. With a look like this, you want your skin to look really, really flawless, so you probably will go a little more full coverage than usual. So for contour, I'm going to use my favourites, which are my Freedom contour pans. I will leave my how to contour and highlight video linked above, so you guys can check it out, because I'll just speed through this. Then for highlight, I'm going to take my Sarazar 24 Karat Gold Highlighting Powder. I reviewed this in my recent video, so make sure you check that out as well. It'll be linked above. This highlight is so cool because it's infused with real gold. And it is so pigmented, but it literally just melts into the skin. It's so beautiful. And then I'm going to take my new NYX blush, and this is the Ombre Blush in Strictly Chic. And it is so, so stunning. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that, and I'm going to aim for like towards the top where it's slightly lighter, and just dust that on my cheeks. As some of you all know if you watch my channel, I'm not normally a big fan of blush, but this can just be so subtle, and I think it's just perfect for those kind of blush phobic people who just want a bit of colour on their cheeks. And then you know what I always say, I take a clean blush brush and just go over the top of that, just so we don't look like a Neapolitan ice cream. And then we can finally finish off the eyes. First off, I'm going to start by taking that second transition colour. I'm just going to run that along all the way along the bottom. Obviously, because this is quite an intense smoky look, you sort of want to balance it out on the bottom. And then for the outer corner of the lower lash line, I'm going to take the brush we used to apply the black shadow and just take that right on the outer corner, just dragging it up towards the black shadow on our lid, just to smoke out that lower lash line. Then blending it together with no additional product. Then for inner corner highlight, I'm going to take Nylon by MAC. Then for highlighting the brow bone, I'm going to take this bone white shade from the Morphe 350. Then applying my L'Oreal False Lash Sculpt for the lower lashes. Then lastly for lips, I'm going to take my Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Celebrity Skin. And there we go, that is the completed look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up and also click my face to subscribe. If you haven't already checked out my recent giveaways, then I will leave them both linked down here, and make sure you do because there is more to come. Also, I'm planning to film a few more looks with like different pigments, so let me know what kind of looks you want me to create, whether you want them to be smoky eyes or halo eyes or whatever. Just leave it in the comments down below. I really hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon. Bye!